welcome back to another video. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into this. I would like to thank Miriam for commenting on our video and asking for this. This is for you and any other high school seniors. As I mentioned, I'm currently a college senior, so I was high school senior 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago, and it definitely was such a crazy time, and it was like everything I worked for in high school was to be a senior. So this could be like advice, but also me rambling a little bit about being a high school senior. So basically, everyone talks about how junior year of high school is the hardest, the most emotionally draining, basically just the worst year of your high school experience, which is true to a certain extent because you're taking your standardized tests and all these classes that are important and shaping your future and whatever, and that's definitely true. I would say for me personally, being a high school senior was a lot harder than being a high school junior. Obviously it was like different, but emotionally I was way more unstable, I don't even know, upset, stressed as a high school senior, and no one prepared me for that at all. It was always like, woo, you made it past junior year, which I felt like after I finished my junior year APs, I was like, woohoo! But then the reasons why I think being a high school senior is worse in some ways than being a high school junior are that a high school junior, you know what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna study, you're gonna work hard, you're gonna do well in your sports, you're gonna hang out with your friends, like whatever. There's kind of like an end goal. So either you know you're gonna find a job after high school, you know you're gonna apply to colleges, you know you're gonna do this or this, and you're working towards your goal basically as a junior. As a senior, you finished your main classes, and then at this point, for me, why it was difficult is then it's just like you're waiting for college decisions. And also in my high school, they told us that you can't just not take APs your senior year because colleges know, and they see through that, especially if you're applying for colleges non-ED. They see your first semester courses and your second semester courses, or it's like a full year, but actually, I think only history was half a year. AP Gov and AP Macro, I don't even know. So they encouraged us to stay in all our APs. So I was taking more APs my senior year than I did my junior year or my sophomore year. And that's also just because our English became AP and language and whatever. What was I saying? Oh yeah, okay, so waiting for college decisions. First of all, what happened in my school was a lot of people applied ED, which increases your chances theoretically of getting into a college because the acceptance rate is higher for ED. I don't know if I completely believe that. I can make another video on my thoughts on that later. And it's a really weird time, especially if you go to a small high school, because a lot of people aren't comfortable with sharing what school they're applying to. And if you know someone who's applying to the same school, like that gets uncomfortable because obviously everyone wants to get into the school they're applying ED to. It's a really big decision. At the same time, everyone to get into the school, but just the competitive nature of applying ED is really stressful. And then ED decisions come out, and I would say like half the kids get into their ED school and the other half don't. I applied ED to Dartmouth and I didn't get in. So then at that point it's like, okay, all right, I was banking on this. I'm like upset I didn't get in, obviously, because I worked so hard in high school. But on top of that, now I have to apply to regular schools. And at this point, I was like, I'm not gonna get in anywhere. I just have to apply to as many places as I can. So stressful. And then, so you're dealing with trying to get into colleges. Some of your friends are chilling. They're just kind of like, I got in, I'm fine, which I kind of feel now as a senior who has a job for next year, because like I worked so hard to get my job and I'm so happy I have it, but I don't feel the stress of looking for a job, and I'm so lucky for that. So I think it's like kind of comparable. The people who got in ED, that's off the table. Like you have all these stresses in your life, like family stress, financial stress, school stress, and then you get into your ED choice, school stress becomes like this, and if you don't get in, school stress becomes like this. So that's really stressful. I think that's mostly the stressful things. There's also like a lot of uncertainty. You know you're gonna leave your friends, you know you're gonna leave your parents maybe, and it's just like crazy times. Okay, so some good things to get excited for senior year. You're graduating, you made it, the end is in sight, and then you're going to the next chapter of your life, whatever that may be. So really just like appreciate being in high school and appreciate these last moments you have with your high school friends and like your family. because you're not gonna live with your family if you go away to college, and that's something that's like really exciting. But you know, if someone in your family cooks, maybe just appreciate getting free food, because that stops happening once you reach a certain age. Yeah, and then like really appreciate hanging out with your high school friends, because probably you're all gonna be in very different places. I got lucky because two men in my grade got into Columbia, and me and two other girls got into Barnard. So because I live on the Northeast and a lot of people go to Northeast schools, it was nice. So I like still knew people when I was on campus, but all of my really close friends were just like scattered. Like that definitely is an adjustment. If you do get into an ED school, or you do feel like your coursework is less, it's a really good time to just do something for fun, pick up a new hobby, or like really just like your classes. I definitely didn't like a single class I was in ever, except my English classes I always really liked, because I always had really good English teachers. I miss them. And then when you get to college, like you're really gonna like your classes because you chose them, instead of having someone be like, sit down and take AP bio, when you're like, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I'm trying to think any other advice I have. It's gonna go by really fast. It's really exciting. It's a good time. You're gonna enjoy it. Be nice to your classmates, because everyone's stressed out. Be nice to your teachers, because they're providing you with the gift of education. Be nice to your family, and get really excited for leaving, for going off to college, because it will be the best years of your life. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for commenting a suggestion. I had some other comments of suggestions, and those videos are coming later with all of us. Not all of us together because of quarantine, but we're all gonna edit some stuff together. And I'll see you guys soon. Like, comment, subscribe, follow our Instagram. Thanks for watching.